So this inaugural member of the Caribbean Baseball Hall of Fame is probably so popular and so well remembered amongst these fans on both sides of the border. When you mention his name, it's going to make you smile. Now, I want you to listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready for it. If you're over the age of 40 and a baseball fan, this is going to make you smile. Today, we're going to be talking about the legend of Rico Carty. See? I made you smile. Now, Ricardo Adolfo Jacobo Carty, born September 1st, 1939, is a Dominican-born baseball player. Of course, where else but St. Pedro de Macorís in the Dominican Republic. Now, in the DR, he came up to early prominence as a great prospect, and the DR had some tremendous players in that era from the late early to 50s to the early 60s. Now, he was mostly an outfielder in his career, which lasted 16 seasons from 63 to 79. He was nicknamed Big Boy and was the 1970 National League batting champion with a .366 average, and he made his only All-Star appearance that year while playing for the Braves. Now, Carty was one of the earliest Dominicans to play in Major League Baseball. But these numbers were kind of hampered because he battled injuries, illnesses, including TB of all things, and with problems with his teammates. In his 15 seasons, he played for Milwaukee, Atlanta, Chicago, Oakland, Cleveland, Toronto a few times, and Texas. He also represented Dominican Republic at the 59 Pan American Games tournament. Now, Carty signed a contract with the Milwaukee Brewers as a free agent in 59. He was an excellent hitter, but like some people from St. Pedro de Macorís, he entered pro ball with poor defensive skills. Now, he was originally a catcher. He was converted to an outfielder in order to lessen his defensive liabilities and to get his bat into the everyday lineup. Now, after 4 years in the minor leagues, Carty made an impressive major league debut in '64, finishing second to Clemente, the great Roberto Clemente, in the NL batting championship with a .360 average. And he finished the year as runner-up to Dick Allen in the '64 NL Rookie of the Year ballot. Now, 300 hitting wasn't a problem for him. It was just the injuries and the bad defense. He continued to hit over 300 in the next 3 seasons, but then faltered in '67, slumping to a .255 batting average in part due to a separated shoulder. Now, the TB case ruined his complete '68 season, but then recovered in '69 with a .342 batting average, helping the Braves win the National League division title. It was the franchise's first postseason berth since the '58 World Series, and he finished 13 in the National League Most Valuable Player Award voting. Now, the Braves would eventually lose to the Miracle Mets in the '69 National League title series, and of course the Mets would went on to win the World Series. Now, Carty had his best season in '70 when he had 25 homers, 101 RBIs, and the NL batting title with a .366 average. It was the highest average in the major league since Ted Williams recorded a .388 in '57. Now, despite not appearing on the All-Star ballot, he was a vote-in as starting outfielder, and he played alongside Hank Aaron and Willie Mays. Now, it would be the only All-Star appearance of his career, as Carty also compiled a 31-game hitting streak in 1970, the longest by a Braves hitter in the franchise's history until Dan Uglia surpassed it with 32 games in 2001. He was named NL Player of the Month in May with a .448 batting average, 7 homers and 22 RBIs, and it was also 10th in the National League MVP race. However, injuries hit him again as a crushed knee suffered during the Dominican winter ball season meant Carty would miss another entire season in '71. Now, he returned in '72 but only managed a .277 batting average. By then, Carty had worn out his welcome with the Braves as well as his teammates, having been involved with fights with Hank Aaron and Ron Reed. In October '72, he was traded to the Rangers to fill the role of the newly adopted DH in the American League. Now, Carty had difficulty adjusting to hitting-only position, notching only a .232 average before being traded in mid-season to the Cubs. Now, while with the Cubs, he had a personality clash with third baseman Ron Santo, forcing the team to trade Carty to the A's 1 month later. With a combined .229 batting average for the 3 teams, Carty was released by the Athletics in December of '73, and it seemed like his career might be over. Now, in '74, he signed to play with Cafeteros de Cordoba in the Mexican Baseball League. And in August 74, the Indians signed him to be their designated hitter. Carty's career was rejuvenated with Cleveland as he hit a .308 average with 64 runs batted in during the 75 season, with a .310 and 83 runs batted in 76. In 77, his batting average dropped to .280. However, he still produced 80 runs batted in. Now, in March 78, the Indians traded Carty to the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays then traded him to the Oakland Athletics in August of that year. At the age of 39, he hit for a combined .282 batting average with 31 home runs and 99 runs batted in. After being granted free agency in November 78, he signed a contract to play for the Blue Jays, hitting .256 with 12 homers and 55 RBIs in 132 games before retiring at the end of 79 at the age of 40. Well, it was very strange when he arrived in Toronto. You had Otto Velez and Rico Carty. Now, Rico Carty, again, had a hard time with his teammates, but when he arrived in Toronto, allegedly, he did a write-up with the local Toronto paper and saying it's the best place he ever played. Which the guy said, well, what do you mean? Well, he said, I don't fight with my teammates here. He said they're all a bunch of young kids, and they don't have any egos. But I don't know what would have happened to him if he would have lost those 4 seasons to injury and to a TB and all that. It was pretty hard. Now, he did play in 1,651 games with a .299 career batting average, 1,677 hits, 240 homers, 809 runs batted in, .369 on-base percentage, and a .464 slugging percentage. He also ended his career with a respectable .974 fielding percentage. During his campaigns, he played catcher, first base, third base, outfielder, and designated hitter. Now, because he was one of the early major leaguers out of the baseball-rich Dominican Republic, he was also committed to helping to develop a nation. In the 65 off-season, as the country reeled between rapid governmental transitions and militarism, he undertook a trip with Catholic Relief Services to his home country on a mission to deliver clothing and supplies, some just like the great Roberto Clemente would do on a regular basis for, earthquake relief. I think Rico Carty could have made it to the Baseball Hall of Fame. You look at David Ortiz and other great Latino players, but this man had charisma and talent to burn. And I remember Don Chevrier saying this once: "It's too bad we got him at the end of his career." Can you imagine a player like Rico Carty? Let's say you look at the Blue Jays of the late 2000 runs, like 2015 and 16. You look at Jose Bautista. No offense. Rico Carty, Jose Bautista ripped off his style. Home run hitter, hit for power, hit for average. Okay in the outfield. But I think Rico Carty was the link to Toronto getting all those St. Pedro de Macorís players. He was a scout without being a scout. As soon as he played Rico, and they were thinking in their mind, if we play Rico Carty, the people that we're trying to recruit in this part of the DR is going to sign. And sure enough, ladies and gentlemen, it led to at least 2 World Series titles, numerous division and playoff appearances, even in 2020 when the kids, as I call them, the Kid Jays, made the playoffs. There was a lot of Latino, effort. But Rico Carty, smooth, ladies and gentlemen, like chocolate. He was smooth. And he continues being an inspiration to a lot of people that grew up with the early Jays, just like Velez and just like Bob Baylor and all these players. Thanks for listening. Bye.